So when you hear the term farmer field school, what do you picture? Probably, a classroom in a field, and you're not totally wrong. But what if I told you it's also this incredibly powerful and adaptable way of thinking that's being used all over the world to tackle huge issues, everything from climate change to youth empowerment? Let's get into it.
So let's ask the big question right up front. What exactly is a farmer field school? Well, as we're about to find out, that question doesn't really have one simple answer. And honestly, that's its biggest strength.
Okay, to really get this, we have to understand that we can't just put the Farmer Field School, or FFS as you'll see it called, into one neat little box. This is a concept that wears a lot of different hats. I mean, check this out. The source material describes it in 4 totally distinct ways. It's an approach to learning, one that's based on how adults learn best, through experience. It's a method for hands-on discovery right there in the field. It's a process of empowerment that happens over a whole growing season. And, maybe most importantly, it's a platform for connection. Now, this visual, I think it really nails that platform idea. You can see the FFS sitting right in the middle, connecting farmers, scientific research, and what are called extension services. Those are the folks who help bring new research into the real world. It's a space where all these groups can actually talk, learn from each other, and try out new things together. And this right here, this is the whole mission. This isn't your typical class where an expert just stands there and lectures. Nope, FFS is all about empowerment. The goal isn't just to teach a new technique, it's to build up a farmer's confidence, to sharpen their decision-making skills through real, hands-on activities where they discover things for themselves. And that brings us to the absolute core idea of this whole explainer, the incredible flexibility of the FFS methodology. The entire system is built on the fact that, in farming, one size definitely does not fit all. This quote from the source material pretty much says it all. The key word is flexible. The whole thing is designed from the ground up to be shaped and molded to fit all sorts of different local situations and challenges. So here's the crucial part. This isn't an accident, it's a feature. The system actually encourages people to tweak the elements, to adjust things so the approach perfectly matches what's needed on the ground, whether that's local needs, the goals of a project, or just the environmental reality. But, and you knew there was a but coming, right? This is a really important one. That flexibility, it doesn't mean it's a total free-for-all. There are some rules to the game. It's better to think of it as flexibility within a framework. There are some core ideas, some foundational principles that are completely non-negotiable. And here is that golden rule laid out plain and simple. You can tweak, you can adapt, you can make it fit the context, but you cannot compromise the fundamental principles. Things like making sure the learning is group-based, that it happens in the field, and that it's always about empowering the farmers. This makes sure that no matter where you are, the core mission is still there. Okay, so with that rule in mind, let's go see how this structured flexibility actually plays out across the globe. And wow, this list shows the incredible range we're talking about. FFS started out being used for rice farming, but now it's been adapted for everything from managing forests and livestock to controlling crop diseases to building up a community's resilience to things like climate change. It's even used to help places move from an emergency situation into long-term development. That global picture is pretty impressive, right? But let's zoom way in on just one country, Malawi, to see how deep this adaptation can really go at the local level. So just how many different ways has FFS been tailored to fit the specific needs of communities in Malawi? 9. You heard that right. 9 distinct contexts where this one methodology has been put to work. And just look at the variety here. Of course, it's used for the big picture stuff, like food security and climate change, but it's also been tweaked for super specific needs, like managing a watershed, building market skills, empowering young people through junior field schools, and even promoting local vegetables. This is what flexibility looks like in the real world. Now, with all this success, it would be really easy to start thinking of FFS as some kind of magic solution. But the source material is quick to warn about a common problem, people thinking it's a silver bullet that can fix anything. And it makes it very clear that this is just not the case. And really, this is the key takeaway. A farmer field school isn't a product you can just go buy and deploy. It's a process. It takes time, it takes resources, and its real outcome is empowered people.
people who have the confidence and the skills to look at their own situations and make their own well-informed decisions.